Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Dakr City. So this one's actually going to be split into two, so the kind of two episodes are actually going to be pretty close to each other coming out wise. I've been up to kind of quite a lot, as you can probably see, with these huge bridges. This episode is going to mainly focus on the waterway type stuff and the bridges to kind of add variation and how I kind of had this design, how I kind of created it. And also this one as well, we're going to go through two of them. This one behind me is really easy. That one was a nightmare, but the other episode is going to go through the big new skyscraper and also that underground car park that I have. So yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is I have built this canal and put this in. I've been playing a lot of Watch Dogs, well, not a lot, but quite a bit of Watch Dogs. It's a bit different. I still prefer like GTA, but you know, still quite cool. So I decided to just cut through this waterway here, and I had a bridge coming off of that side, and I'll show you where that connects up and why I actually put in a bridge there. And it wasn't just to make it look cool, which was one of the reasons, but yeah, so you can see I've kind of just started to continue this. It's on here. But the first thing I want to show you is the taxi boat. So again, this is an idea from Watch Dogs. This one's completely different. You guys might recognise this. This is my Mark V Special Operations craft. Yes, it's like a Marines. It's like a Marines boat. But what I did is I just changed it. I took it and changed it. If people want a tutorial, there is actually quite a lot of edits on it. I basically imported the Spec Ops craft, shoved like yellow wall on the top and black on the bottom, and then I just started changing bits. It's actually a lot smoother underneath as well, underneath the water. Is that actually red? Okay, I do have red as well. So yeah, I started to edit that, put in this kind of thing. I think it's pretty obvious as a taxi boat. It's got kind of an inside bit here. It's also got this open bit. I quite like this open bit so that if it does rain, then it will kind of work there, but then you can just kind of see it goes down here. So the idea is that this kind of cuts across the entire island, well, not the entire island, but it kind of almost makes this bottom section an island. And the reason being, and the reason that I've done this, is because then after I've kind of done a lot of that island that I've got over here, and I've got this big road going through, I'm going to complete that section, then I can actually bring this down, and these roads down as well. You can see this like road going underneath that bridge that's actually going over a waterway. This was really cool. This is just to see how it worked. I'm really happy with that, actually how it worked, including with the pedestrian kind of parts where you're walking down. But it'll give me sections to work with. That's what I kind of want. Whenever you're doing a city, it's really, really difficult to complete sections. You don't want to jump over it. I mean, you could literally just like, I could go from here, I could go to the military docks over there, and not really get anything done as a whole. Whereas what I'm trying to do, especially with this canal, not only does it look cool, not only is it actually functional, and you know, we've got taxi boats, we've got a yacht here, a really small yacht. There's not really a yacht, it's more like a speedboaty type thing. But it cuts it up. It's literally just cut off this bottom section, so then I can complete this bottom section first, which is actually pretty big. And you can see where the big bridges, and we will go over this. You can see it's a mess of really cool stuff. Then we'll have this kind of big road going over as an overpass, and this goes down quite far, but I'm trying to cut it up at least. I'm trying to go, okay, that's the upper section of, for example, industrial, or the docks will take up a huge chunk, almost going up to this road, and probably actually will go up to this road. And I do want to get some trains in. That's my next big thing. Is going to be more public transport and trains going across with bridges. I want to have a train going from this bottom section here that would tie into some sort of docks to go over to the central island, but also go underneath the bridge or over the bridge. I think probably underneath. It's going to be complicated, but that's my next big thing is the train system. I think I'm going to have to go with, and again, this is from playing Watch Dogs. Yeah, that's quite cool. I didn't know you could walk on this. One of the things from playing Watch Dogs, I do want those over-the-top trains. I was thinking about doing a monorail like Jag's done. It's so much easier to turn it. I mean, it's so much easier to turn it. But I kind of like the Chicago ones. Probably make them more high-tech. They're a bit, you know, old. At least in Watch Dogs they look quite old. So I'll make like a high-tech version, but still that style of kind of like having supports going over the top of the road and then following it. And I think this is the road that I'm going to use for this one, so I need to figure out a way, not only of not hitting into this, I think what I'm going to have to do is turn this road and have like another road going underneath it or something. I'm not too sure yet. That's going to be a big problem, but yeah. So yeah, I do want to get some trains in. So I'll kind of look here. I'll just show you this yacht quickly. And obviously, if you guys want a tutorial, I can do one for that. But I was really happy with this little bridge over the canal, while we're onto the canal. So it's got this like little walkway. Again, kind of inspired by quite a few different things, mainly Watch Dogs. But I went off on my own. I didn't want to have the raising bridges. They look kind of crappy. Like crappy metal, you know, the ones that actually do raise up. I was thinking about it though. Maybe a canal further up river? Or if I make one lower? I might do something like that, but I didn't really feel it was necessary. So what I did, anyway, is yeah, I had that Spec Ops craft, that one fit. This one I actually have got another one in the harbour, over there, with a roof on it. I built that one first, and then I put this one in, and because of the low kind of ceiling here, I think I've only got 2, 3, 4, basically 4 blocks high. I had to really cut this one up, so it's only got 3 coming out of the water. So I just cut off the roof, but it does have this little stairs going down. And yeah, it's based off the Absolute 43 Fly. Pretty cool. It's just got a little, already a cabin. Little thing. So it's kind of quite cool. It's quite small. But that fits in there. So I've got this little bridge going over here. And then this kind of, this was quite interesting actually. When I built this bridge, I wanted a really general slope. And it worked out really well because I can actually fit a road underneath. And that was, I didn't really realise, I didn't think about that at all when counting out the sections or doing anything like that. So I'll kind of try and give you guys my, what I found while trying to put a road underneath this while it's really close to the water. It's very, very difficult. Yeah, it's got a really gradual slope. I think it's 9 blocks. Yeah, 9 blocks and it goes down a slab each time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so 9 blocks. And I actually based this one off 9. It's kind of, it is a modular bridge. It's kind of weird to say, but they kind of have to be. So, as you can see, you probably, if you've noticed already, with the bridge you've got not traffic light, lamppost. There we go, lamppost. Then you got a lamppost. Then you got a lamppost. Then you got a lamppost with a pole, and that's where that one is. So you got 1, 2, and then there's another one there. So it's actually tying up to work out perfectly with the actual lampposts, which are carried on from over here. I'll just show you where this actually connects in. So, and I'll show you the logic and why I put in a bridge. It makes sense when I actually explain it, but since we have the hospital over here, good God, I need to get... See, the only problem with the world edit wrapper thing, to get world edit, you don't have the speed thing. So what I was thinking of, when ambulances come out, and yes, I need to create my own as well. I need to create my own British ones, but they would have gone into these 2 things here if they're driving out right. And as an ambulance, I need to go that way. Without this bridge here, what would usually happen? And I'm driving on the left side because I'm British. If I wanted to go over there, what I'd have to do is I'd have to go over this roundabout, right? I would then have to go up here, because that way goes across onto that side. I would have to go up here, go around the roundabout on the other side, and then come back this way. And that's stupid, to be honest, as an ambulance. That's dumb. Whereas what I did, I just put in a smaller bridge. So they just go around here, and you're done. You're on that direction. It makes a lot more sense. And I'm going to put another smaller one on the other end of this road, as well as the bigger one. It kind of makes, it makes a lot more sense. So yeah, I put that in, and again, basically just counted out whatever my spacing was, and I can't quite remember it. I used something. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I've got 17, and then a lamppost, then 17 blocks, like gap in between, then a lamppost. And all I did is I just had that going up there. It's actually in the middle of these stripes here, because I've got 3 stripes, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 3 stripes. So what happens is you have one there, then you have a stripe, then you have one there. And it kind of worked out that way, so that's what I mean by the 9 thing. Then had that ramping up, and that meant that these lampposts always landed on a full block, for one. But then also when we actually came to where I kind of went, okay, this is the highest, and there's my Armidale class patrol boat. The yacht version, I've kind of touched it up a little bit, just changed a couple tiny little bits, and I'll give a tour of that in a bit. And what I've done, I had to cut off the antennary part would have just smashed across that, so I'm going to cut it off, and now it still looks like it can't fit, but it can. I counted it. So yeah, then I had these sections here, and all I did for this bit here to get the curve is I went, okay, how many sections are we going to need? What would look right? I counted out how many blocks there were going across here, and I went, okay, I can either have just one here and then one here, and that's what I started off with. I just had put the poles in there, put the pole on there, and then had the curve going this way, curve going this way, and then it didn't look quite right, so I put in another one right in the middle, and that kind of worked, and then had the curve there. So all I did is grabbed up, and I'll go over these parts in a bit, and you can see I've actually been prepared this time. Grabbed again, went onto Plotz, and I'll put Plotz, this website is ridiculously useful. I just went, okay, what kind of curve do I need, and chose one of those, went onto 2D, grabbed this, I was like, okay, there we go, there's the curve I need. Shoved that in. It's kind of hard to explain, and I can't really get it on the screen like that. But yeah, just grabbed Plotz, figured it out. I didn't want to have a curve like going like this. I wanted it to be quite circular with this one. This one here you can see is quite stretched. It's like an oval. This one I wanted a little bit more circular, but it still is kind of like an elongated oval. So mess around when you are on Plotz. Mess around with like these type things, so you get. Oh, don't press the zoom in. There we go. So then you get like this type of stuff as well. You can get those curves, and feel free to like change it constantly. I mean, I think this is like the 4th version. So I just did that, kind of put that in circular wise. Obviously found my sections depending on where my lampposts were, because I had planned that out already. And then all I did is just put in stone slabs on these bits, and that was it. Just got a couple of the pillars here. You got a pillar here, got a pillar here. I actually covered up the road. Now we've got a walkway here, and there's a walkway going all the way there, so you can actually walk from this side of the city and walk all the way across the bridge. It's kind of nice and guarded. And again, it is still on the 5 wide. It's just that 2 of them now have been kind of fenced up, as it were. So it's kind of a little bit safe. And there you go, it's my coastal rescue boat thing. But yeah, just put in that. Basically just covered this up with slabs. There you go, there's the road. So I just covered that up with slabs. This bottom bit I didn't need to. So it kind of looks a little bit kind of smooth. Or not a little bit smooth, it looks really smooth. And covered up. And that kind of turned out really, really nice. So that's one way to do it. And then what I did over here is I just basically copied and pasted those pillars. I only made one section of it. And I only made one of the actual pillars. Those actual pillars there, I just copied it, went 1, 2, 3, copied those in. Then, just grabbed that entire section, shoved it into this. Then shoved it into this. And then I even shoved it down here as well. I actually figured out the curve that I wanted to go for. I wanted it to be after this main curve here. And then work its way down. And again, that's just doing it off the 9 sections here. And then still counting and having 2 lampposts and then a pole. And that works really well. And then you've got one here where it's still going down. And then a pole here. And again, it was just copy and pasting stuff, really. Once I had like 2 of them. What I had to do with this as well, because it figured out, when it worked out with the road, I had the lampposts here, and then I had to make a ridiculously short, dinky one here. But yeah, what I'm thinking of doing, I'm not really too sure what to do underneath this bridge. I could do like a trampy area with cardboard boxes, because I have got a cardboard box texture. So I might make like a little tramp town or something. What do you think? Do you guys think that would be a good idea? Maybe? Anyway, tell me if you want me to build Tramp Town, or Trampton. Trampton, yeah, that'll work. It'll be our first proper living district. So the tramps can get up in the morning. Not really get onto that bridge very easily, actually. I have to go all the way over there. I might actually have to think about that and get like a walkway up to this point. Yeah, I think I might have to think about that and I'll try some stuff out later on. But yeah, going up to there. I've got another one of my. This is a military ship. Obviously, can't fit down here. I was tempted to cut the top of it, but then I'd only have 1, 2, 3. So it'd be cut off here. Looked weird. But yeah, that's the Archer class, so I just put this one in. Pretty simple. It was just to fill up something, so it's got like a little thing. Don't even know if there's... No, there's not even an interior on it. So yeah, I've just got a little one there, Just kind of fits, I think. Just have it docked and just have some wood go into it, just to kind of make this look like it's been used, really. So we've got that. So then you've got the sections. Yeah, just put in those. Those are just lowered as they keep on going on, and kind of fudging it a little bit here, as you can see with the slabs. It would have ended like there, I think. I just put a couple of slabs on to fudge it, as it were. But just make sure that if you are going to have a road underneath, and trust me, you will. If you have a slope this big, you will. Anyway, this, I mean, look, it goes all the way down to there, to there. That's a pretty big slope. That's a couple hundred blocks, maybe 200? 150? 150? No, it is about 200 blocks. Yeah, so it's 200 blocks to there, basically. So you are going to need a road underneath it at some point. So let's make sure you count it out, depending on how big your roads are. Of course, mine having a 7 line, and 7, and got lines to the end. Jack Thunder's Roods. So that's how you build that one anyway. What I'm going to do is I will quickly go over the yacht, just show you guys this. I'll link it in the tutorial, in the description as well. The Armidale works the best as a yacht. It really does. Kind of has that feel. So I just switched it over to quartz instead of the white wool. Put in a couple of different things. It's pretty much exactly the same as when I showed you guys it ages ago, like last year. The yacht variation. Not really much to it. There's a couple of little inside bits. Just had, yeah, you've got these like nice little chairs at the front. I really do like the pool though. Looking over that little room down there, that's just cool. That is just cool. I would love to live in there. Got the stupid thing that you get stuck on. Now in this room, there's the weird little game room that I had. A snooker table. Okay, it's not a snooker table, but that's my phone being ridiculous noisy. And like ping pong table. It's quite cool as well. I need some proper doors. Yeah, got a little bar. What else we got in here? Yeah, bathroom. Not bathroom. I still need to texture a lot of this stuff in my texture pack. It's just a nightmare. And I also need to change that out. But got some cool little steps down here. And this is a chisel quartz block I'm working on just to get some bricks. I don't like it at the minute, but meh. I'll probably be in the next update as it's something that's going to disappear. Sugar canes. Nice bedroom. Pretty cool bedroom. Couple of flowers and stuff. And big table. Kind of kitchen area. Loads of beds. Loads of beds. And then like the fancy bed, which is looking over the pool. Oh, and look. Well good. You can actually see the plane. Cool. And that's the Fokker F60 or F50. I think it's kind of both. I think the F60 was like a meter bigger or something stupid like that. So they're the same tutorial. They really are. So yeah, that's the Armidale. Because people have been asking me about the bigger yachts. It will take me a while to build a bigger yacht, and I'll need to be more in the open water down there. Because this is kind of the biggest one I can get at the minute. But yeah, I have got the Armidale class that you can always convert, and I've got kind of like a walkthrough of what I did to change the military version, but that was from ages ago now. So it's going to be like one of my older tutorials. But yeah, Armidale class patrol boat. I'll description it. It'll be much easier. So this bridge. Originally I had another bridge with the ropey type things. It was very difficult. I found that this one worked a lot better. I was looking for like bridge designs and ideas, and I came across the Sydney Bridge, and I'll find it here. There we go. So this is the Sydney Bridge, and you can pretty much see that is. It's really. See this. I've got 2 screens, and you guys haven't got 2 screens, but there you go. So you can see the kind of 4. Well, it's supposed to have 4 pillars. Mine's got 6. But also the curved bits, and also the lines going up. These supports here. So I've got that in there. I did change these little bits at the bottom. I actually overhung mine going all the way through because I got the circle wrong. It was a big circle. I couldn't figure it out. But yeah, this bridge here, there you go, looks pretty epic. So that was a really nice idea, and actually they're not too bad. Not exactly the easiest thing in the world. I'm also planning on doing one of those as well at some point. But yeah, that bridge. And there's also this other site called, what is this, PGH Bridges. This is actually quite good if you want ideas. It'll tell you, yeah, it's basically like terminology, to be honest. So there you go, you got like deck truss and pony truss and hauncher girder, rigid frame, inclined leg, all of these things. But the one I actually built was this one here, which is the side ribbed arch tied arch. That's the one that the this one is. So you can see, it's got like that bit. You know, yeah, you get it. You've also got like truss deck, all these different ones. And even that, actually, that might be similar. I don't really know. But yeah, look, you can basically look through this, have a look at just ideas. I mean, look at all this stuff. It gets really complicated. I don't even know what that thing is. Bolman truss looks crazy. So have a look through there, and there you go. Oh, actually, maybe it's the truss through arc. That's the one I actually did. Yeah, truss through arc. Or solid ribbed arch. I don't know. It's one of those. Have a look anyway. It'll give you some ideas of what people can do. So I did for this bridge was really difficult. Again, what I did is with the sections with the lampposts, use those as my markers. So this is where a lamppost actually would be, right in the middle of this, which is just like a 5 wide egg type thing. I know I said egg, but actually I missed out on that. As I did on the other side. I only built a quarter of it. I don't even know if I built that. No, I only built one of these. I built half of one of these things, half the side bit. Then I just copy and pasted it onto these. So that was to make it quicker. So I went right to like the middle here. Figured out where my middle was going to be. Built half of a circle, then built half of a bigger circle. And then copy and paste it onto the other side. The middle bit did the same. And then the end bit did the same. But it looks insane. It looks mad. It looks cool, but mad. So I did first, again. And I've got loads of these. That means on every single one of them. You can see, but there's like little touches I need to get. So I put down the pillars, again using the lampposts. So I went there, and I went 1, 2, 3, and that would have been 4, but I think it landed. Yeah, it landed on this middle part here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you would have the next post. So I figured out exactly where that was, and then measured between the two, and then make it bigger. You don't want it to be the same length. If you have it the same length, what will happen is you'll get the flat bit here, and then it'll do this really weird thing. And even if you stretch it, it still seems to like do it. It doesn't work. Make it bigger, and then I carried these through, as you can see here. But both of these circles are actually the same circle. It's just raised up a couple of blocks, maybe 7 blocks, something like that. Also, with doing the lamppost thing, it kind of works out quite nicely because you can actually space them properly. What I did with this, I think I had 9 block gap. I'll count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 block gap in each of these. Then put up poles. These are just another metadata of my texture pack. It's 139:2. So that's pretty cool. I just put that in, connected those up at certain points, then kind of like made girder bits. It's actually double length to give it a little bit more thickness and depth. But obviously you could do whatever colour wall you wanted. I just went with red. I just found it kind of worked. This one had like a blue stripe in it on the inside of that pillar. So that gave it colour without giving it colour. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. But that kind of coloured it without really, colouring it. It didn't make it very strong colour, but it did put something in. So that's quite a nice little trick. With this one, you can actually tell it's red. And then I've got this. So it's mainly figuring out a circle and making it bigger. So I don't know, maybe if it was like 35, you wouldn't want to do a circle because, say this is your tower here, that would then connect into the top tower to go up. What you'd actually want to do, I mean, you could, with the depth as well, you can actually mess around with this and make it smaller. Oops, I don't want to do that. So if I have 35 again, let's go for 35. Maybe if I had it on like 15 or something. What you get with this, Jesus Christ, I'm not doing very well today. Let's go for 13. So if you go onto 2D, there we go. So then you'll get something like this. This doesn't really work, but basically what you've got with these two things here, your depth is from here to here. Now your bridge is only half of that. You want to measure from, put in your towers, or just put in big blocks going up. Do one on the middle as well. Figure where you want it to be the highest, and then basically double it and +1. because really this isn't a circle. It's more of an egg. Okay, it's more of an egg shape. So you can see that if it continued on. And I didn't even use that as the middle, though you should probably use that as the middle. But then you can just connect these in here. You'd have that going there. So, you know, if you had it a little bit longer, and also a bit deeper maybe, and I can't remember the exact measurements I used for mine, but there you go. Maybe you have something like this, but your tower's actually hitting in here. That will actually look pretty good. Or maybe your tower's hitting in here. Basically play around with them. Just lay down one first, and then figure it out. And then what I did on the bottom part is just, again, grab another circle, put this down here, and this was more of another one here. I think the middle block I used was right here, or maybe not. Yeah, I think I used the middle block somewhere down here. I can't really remember exactly. But where I had these, well, these ones here connecting down, I just had those there, and I then doubled it, and had one carrying through. It looks kind of like a bolt had gone through it, which was quite nice, I think. So then just put those in, and again, those are just kind of repeated across these ones here. And it gives you this really nice big bridge. And I'm really, really happy with that. This is like one of my favourite, this is probably the most favourite bridge I've done, but both of them are quite cool. This one's a lot easier. Start off with something smaller, single, you know, like 2-lane. 2 lanes much easier, and then go on to something crazy. But yeah, just basically research stuff. Actually, that's something I need to go into in a minute on my next episode. But yeah, have a look at these. Have a look at examples. Examples are your best bet, really. So there you go. I mean, this one actually didn't even connect in properly. It didn't even touch into these. I just had mine going all the way through. Don't be afraid to make it differently. So, I mean, look at that curve. I couldn't figure that out. I tried to get it to look like that. Wasn't going to happen. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, put in waterways to split up your world. That's a really good idea. And what I'll do is actually I'll put up MC Edit before ending this episode. Okay, so here is the actual map so far, and it's still loading. It just takes a while to actually load up everything. I have put in a highway for the time being. When I do kind of start on the suburbs area, which is going to be a different part of the actual city completely, I wanted to connect it all up beforehand. That's one of the reasons it's taking so long. Currently working on a tunnel through mountains, and they're quite big mountains, and it's quite curvy. Yeah. So what I've got so far, and what I was talking about with the waterways is, if it does load the other side, there we go, the other side of the river. Putting that waterway through, and this canal, has just cut this entire bottom section, like, huge. Now I can actually focus on, like, this part, or whatever. What I think I'm going to do is sort of a road going across here onto the highway. This will probably have a big road or something joining up here somewhere, and big one going here, and I don't really know. It's going to be a bit nuts. I'm going to have to figure that out properly to get it connected into the highway from this main road here, but it should be all right. But I can kind of work on this part as apartments or offices or something like that. But yeah, the waterway has given me then this like section here. Putting in the highway has then given me this section here and this section here. So it's kind of cut it up quite a lot. So use your roads in that way. Not only are they functional and look functional, but they take up a lot of room. This place here really has taken up a lot of room. But it also gives you kind of like a nice little idea, and especially with those taxi boats. I've actually got one all the way over here, and I'll be going over that in next episode, which should be the day after this one. But use that to cut it up. You know, you could even have another one going down here, but I'm actually personally going to use this as huge cargo docks. So this is all going to be docks, and this highway here is going to get cut back massively. It's probably going to go to here and then split off into directions or something, and then have trains as well. I'm going to have a train going across here, right to like this point here, going across there. I also want to have another train going across here on a river, on a bridge, or maybe onto this small island I've got here. Yeah, I think I might have it hopping on that one, and then I wanted that to join up as the main circuit. I'm not really too sure yet. Trains are very difficult. So yeah, use the waterways. Bridges are just fun, and it also makes a really good view. Because when you do, it tells you straight away that this is a river, not an ocean, which is really nice, and especially with the waterway working in there. and everything like that. It's pretty good. So yeah, the main thing is messing around with circles, and I'll tell you guys how big each of these sections are if you want to count, deselect. There we go. So god damn it, MC edits sometimes. So if we go from the middle of this, for this one it is a total of, well, that'll be 55 blocks actually, it won't be 54. There you go, 55 blocks. So that's where you got the middle, so that is actually on the middle. And I've had that. The circle, I don't know what I used for that. I honestly don't know. It was quite a while ago. I was messing around with a lot of them, so I've got pieces of paper with just random numbers on them. But just again, figure it out. You know, you can figure out a nice circle, probably from here to like the middle or something like that, and then find out what the circle is. Go from here, that'll give you the radius, and you got like the depth, and you got the other one that is called on that thing. So this one, I'll go from the middle again. So we got here. God, this is huge actually, isn't it? Right the way to there. So that's 145 blocks. That's pretty big. 145 blocks. And also put planes around. The skies is something that are always empty. I've been watching a lot of MCB, Minecraft Builder 92, I think it is. Can't remember. I've been watching some of his stuff, and he hasn't got any lights. He hasn't got any like stuff in the sky. Put stuff in the sky. If you need tutorials, I got tons. Just pick whichever one you like. But yeah, what I want to know from you guys: do you want a tutorial on this small yacht type thing? And also, do you want a new tutorial, even though that is just like one of the ships I've already got, but it is modified? Do you want a tutorial on the taxi boat? And that'd be really cool if you guys could tell me. So thank you very much for watching. The next episode of Dakr City is going to be out tomorrow, and then again there will be a kind of big break again because I'm planning on doing a huge railway system, and that's probably going to be the only bit in the next episode. Is just going to be trains, which it will be cool and it won't be cool. It's one of those, you know. Thanks for watching. Tell me what you think. I'll see you on the next one.